At the table with us, our UIndy men's basketball coach Scott Heady, alongside Shaun, Arnold, and Ethan Edwards, following UIndy's 67-52 win over Maryville. We'll start with an opening statement from you, Coach Heady.
Well, I think it's a lot of positive tonight. Good win. We had a lot of guys contribute, make plays. Um, First half, I felt like we got really hurt on the offensive boards. That was the one thing that we talked about at halftime, and I felt like they were the more physical team in the first half, just defensively pressuring the ball and just rebounding. Um, they were a little bit more the more aggressive, and I'm not going to say tougher, but they were just a little more aggressive than we were, especially on the boards. And we cleaned that up in the second half. I thought defensively we were pretty good both halves all game. I mean, you hold a team like that, and they're dangerous offensively, um, and you hold a team like that to I think 33% for the game, 29% in the second half. So I was really, really defensively, I thought that was the key to the game. We were consistent there, and then we had a lot of guys contribute offensively. Shaun goes for 11 and 14 rebounds, and just a lot of hustle plays, a lot of toughness plays. Um, Ethan came in and hasn't had a lot of minutes as a freshman. Just with we got a lot of older guards, guys. A lot of juniors and seniors and guys that are the transfers, and so the minutes are a little tight for some of our younger guys, and so we just tell them just to stay ready. And he's an example. He stays ready. He's in the gym all the time. He's sitting front row in every film session and just doing everything he has to do to prepare. And so that's I think tonight was just all an example of everything that he's put into it, staying ready. So it was good to see him make some big plays in the first half and contribute big time to the win. So um, we didn't shoot the ball well from the free throw line, and I thought we left some points out there, just at the end where we had some good looks and missed some shots. But overall, we got 16 assists to 23 field goals. I mean, as long as we're moving the ball like that and defending like that, then we'll get better in other areas. So, but no, it's a good win, good conference win. This is a big week, obviously. That's the second one now. We got one more to go, so we're just taking them one at a time.
Now we'll open the room up for questions.
So, as part of the game, what was the message to the team? How do you think the team took that head on and embraced the challenge?
Well, this is a team that, if you look at their record, that doesn't really tell the whole story. They've played some really good teams, and they've actually played, some good segments of games against some really good teams. And they've got a lot of offensive weapons. They've got a lot of guys. If you look at their 3-point percentages, they're not very good, 25%, 28%, whatever. But what I look at is how many they shoot, you know, because if they're shooting 7, 6, 7, 8 a game, well, that tells you something. The coaches are letting them shoot it, so that there's a reason they're letting them shoot them, right? And they've got 3 or 4 guys that put up 6 or 7 a game. Their percentages aren't great, but an example is number 2 tonight. He hit 4 in a row there in the second half, but he's shooting 25% for the year. So that's what we told our guys, that we got to guard the 3-point line and keep them out of the lane, because they like to penetrate and get in the lane and play off of that. So I thought for the most part we did a good job of that. The one thing that we didn't do well, that we knew coming in, they were averaging about 14 offensive rebounds a game, and they ended up with 15. So that's something that we'll continue to work on.
Ethan, you kind of are starting to establish your role on the team, especially with your shooting. What do you kind of look for on the offensive end, and how do you kind of find your shots?
Coach actually talked to me about this earlier on in the season, and pretty much he just told me to get in the spots where I get the shot. So know where to be, know what actions, like know where I'm coming off to get the shot. So when I'm in the game, I'm just trying to think, whatever play we run, where can I find my shot? So I feel like that's just been helping me a lot, just getting in the right spots because I know my teammates will find me.
Shaun,
I don't know if you've seen that clip of TJ McConnell saying that playing hard is a skill. For you, who goes 4 for 12 tonight, which may not look amazing numbers wise, field goal wise, you got a double double with 11 and 14. What is your take on playing hard?
I know it's just growing up. I never been the best player offensively or even the best player overall, but I know that every time I step on the court, I'm gonna play hard, and that's all I can do. That's all you control the controls.
Any further questions?
I got one more. Coach, looking at the stat sheet, I mean, this was a really good team win, like you mentioned. What does it mean to you to have an offense that anyone could score on any given night?
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what we want to be. We want to be a team with balance. We got Kel inside. Shaun, who kind of does a little bit of everything, on both ends. And then we've got a lot of guards that they can all kind of put it on the floor, make plays. They can shoot it. So we've got I think a deep roster. We've got some experienced guys, and we have some freshmen I know are going to be really good as they get experience. And tonight, I think, was a great learning experience and confidence builder for, for our guys, but definitely for Ethan. And you mentioned Shaun. I don't know that I've ever coached a guy that can make such an impact in a game. I know he had 11 points. He's in double figures, but just making an impact in the game, defensively, hustle plays, getting deflections, getting steals, getting those loose rebounds. Just his energy, I think, that he plays with and the tenacity that he plays with, it's going to continue to just rub off on our other guys. I mean, our other guys play hard, but he takes it to another level, and I think he's going to rub off on some guys, and we're gonna get better because of it.
It seemed like in the first 5 minutes of the game, I'd say the physicality battle was won by Maryville. Now a flip switched. What was talking to the players here? I guess what was the kind of mentality on the floor when things started to get a little bit chippy, when things were really physical, and then you guys just started to run away? What did you feel like was happening on the floor with your team?
I think it's just we come out there expecting to beat them because we look at their record and they don't have the best record, and we think we're just gonna dog walk them. So when they come out there and punch us first, it's kind of like a wake up call.
Any further questions? Without that, great win tonight, guys. Third straight win, second in conference play. You guys are starting to get on a roll here. We'll see you this Saturday against UMSL. Great job on the win tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks.